And welcome again to Phuket in Focus. As we do each week, we check out the new Phuket news. Here it is in my hot little hand, hot off the press, and we've got the managing editor, Simon Ostheimer. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The big story this week, the lights went out.
Yeah. Well, everybody's quite familiar with it, but last Tuesday night, complete sort of power outage across all of Phuket, and in fact the entire south of Thailand, and the biggest power outage ever in Thai history, they say.
Wow, since 1978, I think they said.
Yeah.
This is a big thing. If you think about, and we rely on tourism, the lights go out for 2 hours, there's all these companies and all these businesses that can't operate their businesses. So a huge economic impact. Yeah,
a lot of the larger hotels obviously have backup generators for just this kind of eventuality, but no one was prepared for quite how long it was going to last for. I myself was on the way home when the power suddenly went out, and instantly no street lights and no traffic lights. And it was chaos on the roads because no one knows when they should go, when they should stop.
Yes, because usually, like where I come from, we have a basic rule of give way to the right when you come to an intersection. But I'm not sure if there's a default rule here in Thailand.
Whoever's there first.
I got here first.
Follow through as many cars as possible.
That's right. It was a bit of chaos. I was down at a charity event in Phuket town at the time. And all the streets were sort of lit up by the fact that all the cars and the motorbikes still had their lights on. And then there'd be an odd light here and there where obviously someone had a generator, but very, very spooky.
Yeah, I mean, you do hope that they look into it and find out exactly why it happened to make sure it doesn't happen again.
So page 1 and page 2 are pretty much the blackout this week.
Yeah, and I just want to touch upon the front page photo there. This is actually by a reader of ours, Stefan Outage, and sent that through in a beautiful photo of a lady just walking sort of in almost darkness through Patong.
Stefan.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sending in the photo. And the royalties will be coming soon. For sure. Let's move to page 4, where this happens probably a little bit too often, but a gentleman has lost a bit of money at his ATM.
This is a German gentleman, lost 600,000 baht, skimmed from his Kasornakon bank account.
That's a lot of money.
And it happened a while ago, but he's still trying to chase the money. Obviously, he has to convince the bank that he's not at fault in any way, and these things can take time. But as you touched upon, this happens again and again and again. And we had a front page story about this not so long ago, a story by Claire Connell. Same thing, whereby someone had gone to an ATM, walked away, and then before they knew it, their bank account had been empty.
How much money can you get out of your ATM at once?
It depends what you set your limit to.
Okay.
Is the answer.
600,000 is a big limit.
Yes. Often it's maybe 50,000 or so, which is still a huge chunk of money.
I think I'm 30,000. Yeah.
I mean, what we've said before is, if you are going to withdraw money, go to a bank, like an actual bank. Don't use ATMs inside convenience stores, because those are the ones that are most liable to be set up for skimming operations.
Yeah.
If you go inside a bank itself, then you're almost certain that it's going to be okay.
Yes, my account was skimmed at a 7-Eleven ATM, badly lit, no cameras. They knew where they were going.
Yeah.
And we've had a few warnings this week, not quite official, but some people have been photographing jellyfish, and not just little stingers, but some of the bigger ones.
Yeah, very, very poisonous. Could do a lot of pain to swimmers in the water. Obviously, we're an island. We have beaches. People want to go out and enjoy.
Really?
You may not see them outside the studio.
Oh, the beaches, yeah.
Yeah. So that like to go out and enjoy themselves, go swimming. But obviously, jellyfish. This could be a danger. So something just to be aware of before you go in.
We should say that although box jellyfish have been seen off the coast of Phuket, it's very rare that they come in very close.
Yeah.
And I suppose all we can say is just don't worry about it, but if you are stung, you need to get medical attention fairly urgently. Yeah,
and swim sort of in lifeguard protected areas, because obviously they'll be able to sort of get in and help you if you do get into trouble.
Yeah, my rule is where people are, go swimming there, because if there was anything there that was annoying them, they'd be out of the water.
Yeah.
Don't get to swim on my own very often, obviously. Let's jump into the other part of the paper, which is the Life section. And the front of Life this week is Captain Planet.
Yeah. It's another story by Claire, and for the travel section of the paper, basically she went to an eco resort on Nakayai. They call it a tented camp. Essentially no electricity, and it's all sort of fresh air, no aircon, and just kind of getting back to basics, I guess.
Do you sleep with the air conditioning on?
No, just fan.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a climatised too.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
We should actually say, while we're about to get into the life section, that on the other side of the page is a huge one-page feature or advertisement for the Phuket FC and the games coming up.
Yeah.
And we're already getting involved with the Phuket
guide
FC.
Right there. Yeah, we're the official media sponsor for Phuket FC, and if you've never been, it's a fantastic experience and very family friendly. And we're now producing a match guide for every home game of the club. It's in Thai and English, so it's bilingual, so it's open, to everybody. It's only 10 baht, and you can buy it at every home game.
Really, people are getting right behind Phuket FC this year.
Yeah, and it's good to see increasing numbers of foreigners as well getting in, getting involved. So it's like a really good international atmosphere. Next home game is next Wednesday night against arch rivals Krabi.
Yes.
It's the Andaman Derby. So we've just actually put to bed the next match guide, and that, as I say, will be available at the gate as you go. And 10 baht gives you everything you need to know before the match.
And a really interesting article in Life this week about a makeup artist that specialises in making people look like zombies.
And also,
wouldn't have to try too hard on me.
And especially herself. As you say, makeup artist, name's Kate, and just very, very interested in the art of making herself look like a zombie. So we can have an interview with her about why exactly she got into this, how she discovered this kind of passion, and some very interesting photos of her transformation.
Is there a living to be made out of making yourself look like a zombie?
I think if you can make yourself look like a zombie, you prove that you can make people look like anything. So it kind of is a demonstration of your skills.
Okay. Another feature you have, and it's good for the holiday period, is you've got a whole page about the blockbuster films coming out for the next couple of months.
Yeah, this is by film editor Tom Metcalf. Great little sort of summer blockbuster roundup, as you touched upon. Let's look at sort of films like Man of Steel, which is the Superman reboot after the previous Brandon Routh starring debacle. So hopefully this will be a good one. And a bunch of other movies too. There's a new Despicable Me 2, new sort of cartoon. And The Great Gatsby, which we were talking about just before.
Really looking forward to The Great Gatsby. It looks completely over the top, and they've got pop music in it. Another Baz Luhrmann spectacular, no doubt.
Yeah, and one that you're either going to love or hate, depending on your opinion of the director.
Yeah, they've also got a remake of Monsters, Monsters 2.
It's a prequel.
Oh, prequel.
It's a prequel. They've gone back to scare school. So, where they actually learn how to go out and scare people, which is what you saw in Monsters, Inc. So, yeah, that's another one to watch out for.
Thank you for coming in, Simon. Two great reads in one. You've got the Phuket News and you've got Life magazine. And if you go to the match next week, you'll also get hold of your copy of the match guide. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Simon Ostheimer, the managing editor of the Phuket News on Phuket in Focus.